So how about the conference is just kind of getting going? What have you heard so far? What's the buzz going on? What goals do you want to accomplish here?
Well, what we want to do is we use Hilton a lot. We've been using them for the last 14 years. We were using their services before I came on the board. And one of the reasons I came down here is just to put a face with a name, get to know these individuals, just kind of get a better feel. And then the fact is, one of the most important things we do as a board is to compensate our CEO. And it's so if it's that important, we need to get all the knowledge we can and do it right.
Yeah, because times are changing basically in the credit union industry, especially with the big transfer of leadership with the established generation moving out and then the new blood coming in for leadership. What are you guys finding in regards to this trend?
Well, I'm aware of that. Talking to John in the past, if we needed to go out and do a search and find another suitable CEO, we're looking at maybe a year and a half down the road.
Oh, wow.
And we just went through that process the first of 2016, and we were really lucky because we had a great internal candidate that has worked out fantastic. But you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, unknown things accidents happen, people's life changes. Next thing we know, next month we could be looking again for a CEO. And I have a lot of confidence and a lot of trust in this organization. Anything I need, search for talent, compensation, all this kind of technical stuff that the board needs help on, I know where to go to get my information.
Oh, great. Yeah, and that kind of leads me to how do you prepare for a situation like that? Like the scenario that you just described, what do you have lined up? What do you prepare? Obviously, Hilton provides a lot of that stuff for you, but internally, what do you guys have prepared?
Well, what we do, and the regulators recommend we do this at least quarterly. We talk about succession planning, both on the board level and with the CEO. Also, if something happens to our CEO, we know who we have in the wings currently working at the credit union, so a person can step in and we're not going to lose anything. That doesn't mean that person's going to become the permanent person that runs the organization, but we know we've got people that if we have to, we can put in the position and things are going to be fine.
Sounds good. So what services do you use most often with Hilton? It sounds like you guys have been with them for a while, and so you've maybe run the gamut with them.
Well, we're looking at the thing that I rely on probably most heavily up to this point. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. It's just CEO compensation, because credit unions pay these people a lot of money. Okay, I think probably you start looking in our area, our region, the credit union CEOs we've got there are probably one of the highest paid sections of the community. And I'm always, I know that if somebody says, well, why are you paying this person X amount of dollars, that I've got the package, the information, the backing, that I can put it out there and it's believable and it's going to pass the smell test.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think about that stuff all the time. So.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a pickle to be in when you're dealing with compensation like that and people are asking questions and stuff. But that's how you get the quality people too.
That's right. And like I say, we're really lucky. But you never know what it's going to bring in the future. And hopefully, as the chairman of the board, I never go through this again, but you've got to be ready.
Yep, indeed. All right, last question for you. Be off the hot seat here. If you could describe Hilton and what they've done for you in one word, what would it be?
Reliable. Every time I call, I've got a question or I get information, and that generates one question to another question. When I hang up the phone, I can understand what they're saying, and my question is done, and I have complete confidence in the product they put out.
Great message to end on. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the time. Well done.